lay around and they'll see flies and more flies and more flies and do nothing about it. And then Beelzebub takes control of the house, and when he leaves, he sends back certain other amount of demons. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens. But they're worse than him. That's the prophet. That's possibly the prophecy. But that's what I figured out. Uh, Baal and Astaroth. Baal and Astaroth is they're two different. One is this. One is the this goat looking dude, right? Baal in the ancient, Canaanite mythology, El was the supreme god. All right, he was like the Lord Almighty, the God Almighty up there. And Yam, Mot, and Baal were his sons. Astarte, anath, anath, and Astaroth, or Astaroth was his daughters. Now, there was a fight between Baal and Yam, and everybody was supposed to stand by Yam, but a lot of people stood by Baal, and there was this big war, and they had a contest in the fields of Megiddo. All right, this is just inspired of God, but after reading all this shit, I just can't put a bunch of shit together. You could either listen to this, or you just, go on your normal life. I don't say this is one of those things where you could either believe it or not, kind of things. It's nothing you gotta, pay too much attention to. But this is shit that I figured out. So they go into Megiddo, right, and they have this big battle. Yam wins. But Yam is injured very brutally. Baal gets resurrected and tries to fight again. And Mot handles him. Mot takes him out. And all the people started making statues to Baal because they wanted to show that if they love this one guy, his spirit will still live. And they took it a step further. They said that they gave him their firstborn just so he would have company down there, wherever the fuck he's at. And he got sent, you know what I mean? I don't know if he got sent to hell, but chances are when the Israelites got there and they saw the people sacrificing their children to Baal, who's the defeated foe, it's like it was just they put 1 and 2 together and had to say, listen, man, you can't do this. You can't do this. But who has the right to say what you should worship anyway, Possibly a god of worship, eh? Alright, Set and Apep. I'm going to end on this. Well, I got to skim Baphomet. Baphomet is a demon of chaos, as in a demon of confusion, and sexual confusion is his main shit. And I'm gonna just leave that there, And he's been slipping in and out and shit because God confused the languages, and a lot of these motherfuckers are just fucking, and it's but some people are fucking shit that they shouldn't be fucking, and they horny, and they shouldn't even be horny enough to fuck the shit that they shouldn't be fucking. You know what I mean? So he took a certain amount of rain of that shit. Be careful. Now Pan is, at first he was, a little forest god. Then he became a music god. Then he became a drunk god with Dionysus. But the main thing with Pan is getting drunk to the point where you either get raped or you don't have any idea where the fuck you are. It's like the demon version of Dionysus, and getting drunk, fucking somebody, and not knowing what it. Yeah, these are two sexual. In Greek mythology, he's always the guy that the girls didn't like, but he played the flute really fucking well. So the girls used to be all on him, and he loved the pussy, man. You ever see Percy Jackson? They made him a nigga, unfortunately. But it's all good. It's all good. I can't hold that against him. At least there's black man. There's black people in Greek mythology, at least. Now, let's see. The beast is already in the lake of fire. Look, that's what it says. Leviathan is chained up by God, and that old serpent called the devil is cast into the bottomless pit, and there's a angel with the key to the bottomless pit. He's in there. He ain't coming out. Right? 666 is the name of man. If these motherfuckers right now, you know what I'm saying, we get like all these cards and shit, credit cards and shit does get cashless, and these motherfuckers tell you need to put something in your hand that you can't even buy or sell or something like that, because we're already too fucking close to that shit, and there's too many different ways that somebody could use that against us and say that we're worshiping the beast when we aren't. Intentionally, we are not worshiping the beast. We got like all these cards and shit. The technology is starting to get that fucking advanced. But if 666 is in the fucking shit, I wouldn't take it. If it doesn't have 666 and it still has like a resemblance to the shit, you know, we're gonna fight it. We're gonna fight it with everything we got, you know. Hopefully there's a certain amount of prayer, and if these motherfuckers is really Christian, then that shit would never happen. Another thing. Alright, Lilith and Jezebel. See, Jezebel risked her life for her God. And she gave these motherfuckers the biggest damn problem. But she was a hoe. They put her as the queen hoe. So whenever there's somebody that's too seductive and you know she's the seducer and this, that, and the third, Baal, her god, gave her the hoes. Said, all right, you know what? They worshiping ISIS. These hoes is worshiping ISIS. You know what I mean? These hoes is worshiping, you know, Astarte. But you're the real queen. She's still probably burning and shit. You know what I mean? So there's probably something real fucked up that's happening to her. But chances are she's still cool. You never know. Nobody thinks she's cool because there was a fucking fight with the prophets. I know she went below and Elijah's up there. So she's kicking though. She's kicking. That's why her spirit keeps popping up with these hoes, man. Every time I see these hoes and seductress women, it's like, oh, you know what? She got that spirit of Jezebel. Have you heard this shit? Ask a Pentecostal, you know what I'm saying, Bible believing, hooping and hollering motherfucker, do you believe in the Jezebel spirit? Tell me what they fucking come out with.